So what I'm going to do today is the first of several part video about summer reading. So if you've been around Ninja Book Box for a while, you'll know that I'm slightly obsessed with summer reading. We've been running the summer reading list challenge for a few years now, which is based on the lists you used to get from school to like kind of challenge yourself to read around subjects and like slightly different books than you would read in school, and just basically to keep you reading through the summer, and also based on the library's summer reading challenge that they have. So basically the idea of this is that we just make ourselves a list of however many books you fancy over the summer. Just set yourself a little bit of a challenge and have fun. So I thought it was the time to make my ultimate summer reading list. So this will be coming out in blog form as well. So it'll be up on our blog, probably with a few extra titles added in. But this is the first part of it today. And for the first part, I have combined two awesome things. So I wanted to show you some of my awesome Folio Society editions of books, and I have also started with 5 favourite, you see what I did there, it's part of the 5 favourite series, 5 favourite children's books to read in the summer. So that is what the title of this video is going to be, and I'm going to show you some pretty pretties as well, because a little accidental collection I have is my Folio Society book collection. I kind of started collecting the Andrew Lang fairy books just because they were pretty, and I did my dissertation in fairy tales and feminism at university. Words are hard for me today, clearly. At university, and so I am really interested in the evolution of fairy tales and how they're retold and stuff. So I bought the blue fairy book, and it kind of has spiraled into a uncontrollable obsession. So here's what I've got for my 5 favourite children's books to read in the summer. The first part of my ultimate summer reading list videos. Here we go. This is part of a box set, and it is Swallows and Amazons by Arthur Ransom. So the Folio Society did a version that is kind of a reissue of the original cover. So this is the book as I remember it as a child, because we had Swallows and Amazons in hardback. We only had Swallows and Amazons. We didn't have any of the sequels. I've been in a big series reread of the Swallows and Amazons series for about the last decade. And I think I'm on about the 6th or 7th book now. But so I would recommend Swallows and Amazons for summer reading. I'm probably going to reread it with my kids this year. They are obsessed with it. Just a quick synopsis for those who don't know what it's about. It's about 4 children who in the 1920s, but basically the early 20th century, who go and camp by themselves on an island in the middle of a lake, basically, and have all kinds of adventures, and there are possible pirates involved and possible treasure involved and possibly a war. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, that's Swallows and Amazons by Arthur Ransom. That's my first recommendation. My next recommendation is also part of a box set and also part of a series that you guys will probably be familiar with. This is my beautiful Folio Society box set of the Chronicles of Narnia, and I've picked out The Magician's Nephew. Not necessarily because I think you have to read the Chronicles of Narnia in a certain way. I think it's fine to start with The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. But The Magician's Nephew, although it wasn't published first, it does come first in kind of chronological order of the events in the books. So The Magician's Nephew is a good way to start, I think, especially if you are an adult reader. If you're reading to children, I would probably start with The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, because it's a bit less, I want to say like technical. It's a little bit less obviously like theological, and there's a little bit less exposition in it. It's kind of a lot more action. But I love The Magician's Nephew, and it's been a lot of years since I have read it, so I'm going to be rereading that this year. And this is a really pretty edition. The box is beautiful. You can Google Folio Society Chronicles of Narnia and you'll see the box, because I haven't brought it with me. But it's gorgeous, and they've got these little, I'm just trying to find one for you. These little like black and white drawings in them, which are lovely. So I'm looking forward to that. And these are nice manageable sizes as well, because some of the folios are huge. I'll show you one of the boxed ones in a minute. But these are little ones because they obviously come in a bigger box. So yeah, that's The Magician's Nephew. My next one is just a favourite series of mine. I haven't read all the books in it myself yet, but we're reading them with the kids. And this one we read earlier last year. And this is Finn Family Moomintroll by Tove Jansson. And it is, I think, the first book, but it might be the second book in the Moomin series, of which there are, I think, 6 books. It's not a huge series, it's 5 or 6. or maybe more than that, but there's a couple of them that are like picture booky graphic novel style things, and then there's some chapter book novels. This is lovely. The Moomins are lovely. Like, all they do is have adventures and eat and encounter mysterious beings, and everything can be solved with like a hug with your mum or like a picnic, basically. And again, it's got lovely little black and white drawings inside it. I love this one, and again, small portable size, absolutely beautiful edition. That's Finn Family Moomintroll. That is my third recommendation for your summer reading if you are delving back into the world of children's literature, or if you have children that you want to read with. So we are moving on to boxed folios now. Folios in boxes for the last two. Okay, and there are lots I could have chosen for this, and there will probably be lots more children's books on my actual list on the blog, so do make sure you check that out. I will make sure I update the description when it's up on the blog. Okay, so my fourth one has the most beautiful cover. It's so beautiful. Can you guess what it is? Who can guess? It's Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. Anne is my soul sister. She is ginger, and she talks a lot. And she makes a lot of mistakes, and I love her. I've loved her since I was 7, I think, and I will never stop loving her. And this one has beautiful full colour illustrations inside it. It is a thing of beauty and a joy forever. And I'm going to read this edition because I've never actually read this edition. But we've recently started a thing where if I get the folio, I have to get rid of my other editions because we have too many books. So I'm going to be reading this edition this summer, and I think you should too. It is suitable. So I know that like people say, oh, it's a girl's book, but that's not a thing. It's a book for people who like slightly willful characters who don't think things through properly before they do things, but like are longing for like a bigger life and more exciting things to happen. That's for you if you like that. Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. Comes in a box. It's a slightly bigger, but still not unwieldy. And then the last one I have for this video is also got a beautiful cover. Look at that. And again, can you guess what it is? It's a classic. It is E. Nesbit's The Railway Children. And if you haven't seen the film with Jenny Agutter and Bernard Cribbins, you should see it. Not the one where Jenny Agutter's grown up and playing the mother. The one where she's Bobby. Watch that one because it's brilliant and will probably make you cry. Anyway, this is the story of 3 children and their mother who moved to a cottage in Yorkshire after something terrible and unnamed happens to their father, and they kind of pass the time by watching the railway. This is in the era of steam trains, obviously, and they make friends with the porter at the station, and all kinds of things happen basically, and at the end they find out what happened to their father, and it's very touching. But yeah, it's lovely. E. Nesbit's a lovely author. I'm going to stop saying lovely, but yeah, I really recommend E. Nesbit. Like, all her books that I've read are great. The Treasure Seekers is great. 5 Children and It is great. The Phoenix and the Carpet is great. I'm sure there are others I've read that I've forgotten about. But yeah, my children made me stop reading The Would-Be Goods because they were sad about all the terrible things that kept happening to the Bastables. But yeah, so Railway Children. Okay, cool. I'm just going to see if I can pick up this pile to show you all my recommendations. I can't even get this one back in the box, apparently, so it's not looking hopeful, but let's see what we can do. Okay, let me see if I can get these all in front of the camera. This is my 5 recommendations for summer reading for children's books, and these are all my pretty folios. There we go. Hey, I did it. And I will be back soon with another instalment of this list. And again, like I say, I will update the description with the blog link once the actual full list is live. And you can check out all my recommendations. And yeah, I'll be also announcing soon in our newsletter, so go sign up for that if you haven't already, more details about the summer reading box, which is books, lots of books, and also the summer reading list challenge if you want to join in with that and have a little fun, challenge yourself. And I will see you soon. Bye.